Content collaboration is the fastest and cheapest way to grow a high quality, relevant audience. And in this video, we are going to share our top tips on how to do it.
We've collaborated with some huge names in our industry and we've grown our audience and sales significantly because of it.
So in this video, we're going to show you 2 ways to collaborate with influential people, even if you don't have a huge audience yourself yet, how to get people to say yes to you, and what mistakes to avoid. So we're defining collaboration here as either us going onto somebody else's platform, like doing a guest blog for someone, or being a podcast guest, or being a Facebook Live guest.
Or it could be us getting people on our platform, like when we run our online conference, when we have our podcasts, when we get people on this channel, if we do webinars, if we have people in our membership site doing guest training, those kind of things.
Or it could be you and somebody else working together on something new.
Now, a word of warning on that third one here, it rarely works. And unless it makes 100% sense, everybody is super clear on what's expected, and there is a ton of trust between you two, then it might work. However, we've seen this happen time and time again where collaborations on business or projects often fails, and we wouldn't want that to happen for you either. So if we're focusing here on those first 2 options, Andrew, why are these such awesome content strategies?
Well, Pete, simply because they increase your discoverability and visibility. If you can get in front of someone else's audience and do a good job, chances are some of that audience will come back to your platforms.
And if you can get someone on your platform, then chances are that trust of that person and the awareness of that person will hopefully draw people in so that they listen to them on your platform. Plus, that person that you're collaborating with might also share it and thus bring more people in too.
So on paper, this is a win-win, but this is not a novel idea anymore. And just saying, oh, you fancy doing a guest blog? Probably is going to get you a big fat no.
So what are our top tips? Because we're pretty damn good at getting people to say yes to us. Like, you all said yes to watching this video, didn't you?
Please don't go away because Pete was cocky. Let's start with getting influential people on your platform, and we got 2 rules for you. Rule number 1 is to make it easy. Writing a guest blog isn't easy. It's time consuming, it takes some thought, and it will probably be always at the bottom of someone's to-do list unless you have a highly influential site that people actually want to write for.
So think about how you can get guest content easier. If they are more influential than you, then the hard part of the content collaboration should be on you. Which means if you do an interview with them, can you interview them and write it up yourself? Could you do a podcast so it's really easy for them? Or could you repurpose something that they already have so they literally don't have to do anything? Think about what makes the process easy for them so that they can work with you as easy as possible.
But just because it's easy doesn't mean it should be simple and boring. And tip number 2 is to make it remarkable. The more influential whoever you are asking, the more they probably get asked to do this a lot. So think about what you're actually asking them to do, and is it something they've probably done 1,000 times already? If so, can you bring something fresh to the table? When we first got started doing this, we literally had no audience, but we didn't let that hold us back. We just asked ourselves, how can we make this more remarkable so people actually do say yes to us?
And this is really important if you want them to share it as well. And trust us, you want them to share your collaboration with their audience. And if they've already done this same thing 1,000 times and told the same story 1,000 times, given the same tip 1,000 times, it's unlikely that they're going to want to share it again with their audience. So this is why you really do need to have that fresh perspective on things.
And a final bonus tip / rule is don't ask them. Sometimes we just don't ask the people we want to collaborate with. We just feature them in our content and then tell them after we've published this. And we call this the Sneak and Tag Collab.
The Sneak and Tag Collab.
Da-da-da-da.
Collab. Sneaky. Sneaky taggy.
Sneaky, taggy.
So for example, we once went to a Seth Godin event and we wrote a blog all about it, all the things that he said in it, and we published it, didn't even ask him permission, and then we told him that we'd done it after.
And he even commented on it.
And a small part of us went to heaven.
Love you, Seth.
So that's our awesome sauce about getting people onto your platform, but what about getting you onto their platform? And in our opinion, this is oftentimes much better, especially if they have a big audience and you're going to be in front of that big audience. The exposure on that can be massive.
But it's much harder to do, so we got 1, 2, 3 rules for you to make sure that this actually works.
Rule number 1 is to pitch an idea that actually makes sense to them. If you want to be a guest blogger of someone or be on their podcast, look at what content they create and send over a few ideas that A, makes sense and fits with their channel, and B, make it look like you've actually done your homework and listened to some of the podcasts or guest blogs.
Rule number 2 is to build a relationship. And yes, we have got some cold yeses in the past, but in all honesty, it is much, much harder. So if you can try to build some kind of relationship first, even if your name just sounds slightly familiar, that is way better than, who the hell is that?
So many accents in this video.
Little Andrew and Pete fact is that I can't do any accent whatsoever.
He's so bad at doing it.
So bad.
You'll just sound Welsh Indian.
Was that Welsh Indian? Who the hell is that? I was going for like sassy American woman.
Sassy Indian American woman. Maybe.
Now, for some people, granted, this is easier said than done, but you can use social to get your name, to get your brand in front of these influential people.
Rule number 3 is to look good.
Oh yeah, we're nailing number 3 today.
If you're gonna ask and pitch to be on someone else's channel, then we are 99% confident that they're gonna check you out first before saying yes. Now, if you are not creating consistent content yourself, if you are not walking the talk, if your Twitter profile is still an egg, even though that isn't possible these days, that is still you are gonna get a big fat juicy nah.
Even if you are the most qualified person on the planet to talk about that subject, if your online presence doesn't say you are, then you are relying on your word alone. And people have literally told us it would have been a no, but I checked out your site, or I love that video, or you guys clearly know what you're talking about, and that's how we got the yes. Let us know in the comments what you are going to do about using collaboration, and we shall jump in and answer any questions that you may have. We also want to know in the comments who your dream collaborations are. Yes, let's put it out to the universe.
Yes.
And rein in that universe's power to get those collaborations.
And whilst you're down there, please do make sure you hit that big red subscribe button, and the next time you take a flight, you're gonna get a free upgrade into first class.
It's true.
Yes, baby.
I have been Andrew.
I've been Pete.
See you next time.
Woo! Can't believe Beyonce said no to us.
It's Jay-Z. Pretty sure jealous of us.
Yeah, must be.
What did Jay-Z call his wife before he was married?
I know this one. Go on.
Fiance. Oh, that is a good one.
Tune in next time for no more jokes.
Or if you want jokes to become a thing, comments.